don't do that, is what caused that Big Bang? And the answer is, we don't know. And anybody who asserts that they do know is lying. They need to present evidence to confirm what they're saying.
Okay, what do you mean when you say they don't know? Are you saying that the singularity, there's no evidence for the singularity, or what do you mean by that?
First of all, the singularity is a concept. I'm talking about what happened before the Big Bang. You think that there necessarily was some timeless entity that caused it, and presumably intelligent. And I'm saying, what's your justification for that?
Well, I would say that because logically there has to be a first cause, and that's the most rational thing to say, that there's some kind of first cause that set it off or created the singularity out of nothing, however you want to put it, and got us to this point.
Okay, let's just for the sake of argument, since you haven't heard anything else I've said, go ahead and assume that there had to be a first cause. Is it intelligent?
Yeah, because...
How do you know?
Because the first cause obviously would have to be if we have no limits.
Why?
There has to be limits.
Why?
Because if there's any limits, then it wouldn't be the first cause. You would have to figure out where that came from, that limit.
First cause and unlimited are not equal. And they're certainly not equal just because you say so.
Well, I never said...
You just did.
Yeah.
I'm saying as far as logic goes.
I think you're confused about logic, because you've done nothing but present things as being equal when they're not, and I fail to see anything that even approaches a validly structured or sound syllogism anywhere.
Yeah. I mean, look, a series of unsupported assertions is not logic.
I said that let's just go ahead and grant that your claim is true, that there had to be a first cause. And my question was, if there had to be a first cause, is it intelligent? And you said yes. And I asked, how do you know that it was intelligent? And your answer was that it had to be because it was the first cause.
Yeah, because that's what... Well, yeah, I mean, because... Okay, do you want me to describe it? Okay, let me describe...
I want you to tell me how you know that this first cause is necessarily intelligent.
Oh, I know through logical deduction, scientific inquiry, and biblical revelation. That's how I know.
What's the logical deduction and scientific inquiry that supports your claim?
Well, I guess just as far as the singularity or the space-time theorem, it, let's see, okay, the space-time theorem
says nothing at all about intelligence.
Well, I was going to get to that.
Well, you can't use A to support B unless A has some link to B. So if there is no scientific theory that addresses... Let me finish. If there's no scientific theory that addresses intelligence, you don't get to prop up a scientific theory and say that it supports intelligence. So what's your argument for intelligence?
Okay. The finely tuned nature, the finely tuned laws. These laws popped into being right after the Big Bang, like I think a split second. So that really shows that there had to be some kind of intelligence to not only set the singularity off, but to create and these, or not create, but
why does that demonstrate there has to be an intelligence?
Because these finely tuned laws are so...
Finely tuned for what? For creating black holes? That's what the universe is finely tuned for.
Yeah.
No, for life.
No, wait a minute. Are you saying that the universe is fine-tuned for life? Is that what you're saying?
For us.
For us.
Yes.
Okay, you do realize that we don't exist in most of the universe. Most of the universe is very hostile to life.
Well, I know that. I know that. But I would say that this first cause, which I happen to call God, created the universe just for us.
That's pretty earned, don't you think?
Why on earth would you think that?
Well,
because it's in the Bible?
Loves us. Well, yeah, that, and obviously this God would have to be all loving, but that's another thing.
Well, let me ask you something. Is this God omnipotent?
Yes.
Okay, so then he could have created life to exist in any environment.
Yes, if he chose it, but that's not as...
So this fine-tuning thing is completely irrelevant, because if he wanted us to grow corn on Mars, he could damn well do that, right?
Well, no, I wouldn't say that the fine-tuned universe is irrelevant. It's relevant for us to exist.
Well,
that's the choice.
But an omnipotent God could have made us exist in any environment, right?
Yes.
So the fact that the scientific laws are as we observe them to be is completely irrelevant to your argument. If you're claiming that your God is omnipotent.
Pull up the Douglas Adams quote if we can. Douglas Adams talks about fine-tuning. Imagine that, and I'll just paraphrase it. Imagine you're a puddle of water, and you what?
No, go on. I just heard it before.
Oh, okay. Well, if you've heard it before, then why the hell are you bringing this up?
Yeah.
Because you're talking about the universe is fine-tuned to produce us by a God who could have created us to exist in any universe, which makes fine-tuning irrelevant, according to your own claims.
Yeah.
And beside the fact that the universe is not fine-tuned for us.
Yeah.
We happen to exist on a planet that supports our existence. And why? Well, because we've evolved on this planet. We have formed ourselves over time, along with the planet, to fit this. If you say the universe is finely tuned, then why is there so much empty space, dead space, hostile space? Why are there billions of stars in billions of galaxies if we're the result? I mean, that stuff over there can't possibly be affecting us.
Well, I mean, well, you know what? Can we do this another time?
Because we're almost out of time.
Yes, please call back.
Okay, I just want to know some information, just real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, how do I get into the show earlier?
Call earlier.
Just call earlier?
Yeah.
How do I email? Just
you open up your email program and you email TV@atheist-community.org. It's right at the bottom of the screen right now.